What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Flowers. For those that's new to my channel, Flowers is my segment where I like to give some of my favorite albums their recognition, or just albums in general that I feel like deserve a little bit more love. Today, I'm going to be discussing one of my favorite albums from this band group, production company, however you want to go about it. It's their second album. I think it beat the sophomore slump. It's just an incredible album. Today, I'm giving flowers to n.e.r.d, Fly or Die. Check it out. Fly or Die is my favorite n.e.r.d album. It often competes with Seeing Sounds, and I did an off-the-wall review on that. You can check it out. I'll put it up here. But I think, obviously, Seeing Sounds is its own thing, and it sounds amazing, right? But Fly or Die has, like, coming off In Search Of, which just had an anniversary, a couple days ago, actually. And I should do In Search Of too. Fly or Die kind of like, for me, being a kid, this came out in 2004. I was 13, going on 14. And just to see, like, the first time seeing, I remember the first time I seen the Maybe video and just how crazy that is. And a couple years later, Lupe redoes it and he gets the girl. If you're big on Underground, you know about Lupe's. He gets the girl over the Maybe beat. But that, or the way she moves, and just this, like, it's like the rock sound that they were kind of touching on In Search Of. They kind of found it on here, and it was so polished and so great. And the songs are just great, subject matter and everything. I think it's the last n.e.r.d album that had, like, I guess the newer album, n.e.r.d album, has some, like, political and things, but this album, Fly or Die, spoke to me as a teenager. Like, it had every emotion that I went through as a teenager. So that's probably why it's one of my favorite. Well, that's probably why it's my favorite, but I'm rambling. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'm just going to go over some of the tracks on this album and just fan out for a minute. Is that cool with you? Let's get into it. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're only about, I think, 60 subscribers away from 2,000, which is just crazy. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the 2000th party. I don't know. But hit that subscribe button, man. Help me move up in the algorithms a bit. All right. So like I said, the album dropped into March 23rd, 2004. Random. I remember there was an episode of Diary, MTV Diaries. This is how old I am. And Lindsay Lohan was on there, and she sent her assistant into, like, Sam Goody or Tower Records to get, like, the new n.e.r.d album. And they came back with In Search Of. She was like, what the fuck? I needed Fly or Die. Random sidebar. One thing I also learned about this album is that they actually learned to play a lot of the instruments that they were kind of imitating in the first album. And they came from marching bands and things of that nature. And I'm saying they didn't know, like, but Chad got on the guitar. The bass, you can hear boom, boom, da boom, boom, da boom, da boom, 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 boom. That riff, that goes through a lot of n.e.r.d music to this day. Like, that riff goes through it. I don't know where I'm gonna start, so I'm just gonna start just throwing, like, the first song, Don't Worry About It, right? It starts off with this, like, nasty rock riff. Dun, 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 dun. And, like, obviously, we got that on the first album a little bit, but they sound way more comfortable with this one. Like, even the song structure is weird. Like, I've been all around this earth. Like, that famous Pharrell falsetto. Don't Worry About It is the hook, but it's not really the hook. It's weird. And then they do, like, this, which one of the things I love about n.e.r.d, which they used to do a lot, was, like, their bridges. Their bridges were so, like, it felt like I was in a car wreck in, like, that slow motion. So it feels like that for 30 seconds, and then you jump right back into the song. Like, I love that. Just a great fucking intro. Sorry, I had to curse. And then Fly or Die, the title track, is probably one of my favorites on the album. Just, like, when I was speaking about how being a teenager, how this album just spoke to me, it's songs like this, like, Mommy, Daddy, I know you love me, bad grades, PlayStations, restrictions, you take it from me, but God forbid something goes wrong and you call the police, but guess what, I found in a drawer of daddies. Like, whoa, like, that's crazy imagery. That's, like, obviously At the time, I was probably punished and my PlayStation was being taken away. But like, and that line just hit the most. Or like when he's dumbass girlfriend, fuck my friend, she's a hoe. I tried telling mom and dad, but they're more concerned with the portfolio. That song is just, it won't be long before you see me on the news. Like, just that kid that's like outcast and outsider from his family, from a social club of his age, just a pure out. That's what this album is. It's made for the outsider. Like, and that song sums it up. I was just watching the new random. I was just watching the new Pixar movie. I think it's Red with my son, and just some of the underlying things of parenting in that movie kind of relates in this song. You know what I mean? Not understanding your kids' emotions and mental of the time. It was 2004. Like, we were nowhere near as progressive as we are today. Jump with Good Charlotte on there is another great one, and it's like, again, that child is it's the perfect song to come after Fly or Die, because again it's that relationship between parent and child. So you hear Pharrell singing to his mom, right? Like, I get enough to eat, and like, you know that call you get from your mom when she's just worried about, did you eat? Are you taking care of yourself, or blah blah blah. And then we get the second verse from Good Charlotte, and it's like him talking to his dad and never being good enough to please his dad, and just that dynamic that we as teenagers go through all the time. At the time when I was a teenager. Just a great song, just a great like feeling, like, and the beat is upbeat. Again, I always love songs that have like these happy like production, but the lyrics itself is like really depressing. Backseat Love is great. Just even to start with it just remind me of some classic rock shit. Then we go into She Wants to Move. It's probably, if not their biggest record of all time. Like, hey mister, look at your girl. So such a bold record to tell somebody, hey man, hey mister, look at your girl. She wants me. I can tell in her eyes. One of the things I always regret is that I never got to see n.e.r.d live, and I never got to see them play this song live. Like, I seen it on YouTube and clips and things of that nature, but to see it live, just to hear that bass guitar, insane. I haven't met a person in my life who didn't like that song, ever. Oh, again, Breakout. Another song that's relating to the teen. Why the tears have no fears, they are here for you, but I know what you feel. Like, just that song of like, damn, I know what you're going through. I know it's suicidal thoughts. I know you're thinking about harming others as well. Like, cause you just don't know. You're a kid. You don't know. We're getting all these emotions and things of that nature, and we're maturing, but it's like, it's a lot of things that wrecks a kid's mind, you know, especially young teens. And Breakout is one of those songs that just like, let that shit go. Let it go, man. Like, early, just let it go. Like, break out. Be what you want to be. Have no restraints. Get that shit off your back. Like, Breakout is probably another one of my favorites on here. Wonderful Place. But the best part of that song to me is the hidden track where it's the mom, where the family goes fishing and the kid gets lost in the water and they got to bring the kid up, and they ask him like, and he tells his mom at the end like, yo, I was waiting for you. Like, I always knew my mama would save me, which is like a amazing, like, just theory in a way, I would, for lack of better words. Like, that's just amazing, right? Again, tracing back to that adolescence, though I'm being grown, I also need your support. And I also probably need you to save me. Drill Sergeant's dope. It's around the time we was going to war too, right? And it's a clip of Pharrell on YouTube. It's a clip of Pharrell making that song on the piano, and he's like discussing how like, oh, this is a new one from the new n.e.r.d. And he's just playing it casually on the guitar. Just dope. Even to have it's 2 songs back to back that have hidden tracks, right? 3 songs in total on the album that has hidden tracks, and it goes into this like dun 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 dun, like this upbeat, like angry rock kind of record. At the end of Drill Sergeant, if you haven't heard it yet, go check it out. Great record. But after all the Drill Sergeant, not a word from you, it's another bonus track where it's like, where it's kind of talking about fame and Do you want to be a superstar type shit? You know, the usual that a lot of singers talk about. Thrasher, which to me was like standing up to the bully. Stop picking on me. Stop fucking with me. Just standing up for yourself and hitting that point where garnishing that respect, you know, as a kid. Because I'm not sure how often it happens now face to face of bullying, but back when I was growing up in school, we didn't have like cyberbullying, not to like belittle that or anything, but like we had like real live bullies, like real live, blah blah blah, right in your face, bully. So that was every once in a while there is some asshole like giving you shit because their life, because something in their life won't fold, and that could go into even adults with their bosses and things of that nature. And it's a piece in here that go, and it reminds me, I'm sorry, that was quick, but it reminds me of Michael Jackson. I think it's Heartbreak Hotel. I want to talk to Pharrell one day to ask him about that, but it resembles Heartbreak Hotel, just a little, it's like these violins in it, and it just takes the song to another level. Maybe number one song of all time. Cause maybe. And you know what I loved about Pharrell and n.e.r.d, Neptunes and all that shit? He always had a dark-skinned girl in the videos around this time, like lead. And that wasn't like the norm. Like, and I love that shit. So his main girl in here was like dark-skinned, and not to make this a colorist thing or anything, but like as a kid, seeing that on my TV on MTV VH1, because they didn't really play n.e.r.d on BT, but seeing that on those networks, I'm like, oh shit, that's dope. You know, just the little things you never know would helps you or progresses you, you know? The way she dances is also a dope record. Like, I think every song on here is a banger. Like, the way she dances, Chariot of Fire with the another hidden track. They start Chariot of Fire off like, sorry that we took so long. You probably thought we forgot your songs. Like, we're back, y'all. Like, loved it. And then the hidden track, I'm searching for my way back. I wanna be the hero. Or something like that. Dope. Just inspiration, man. This album is just inspiration to me, and like, I see you too. And I know what you're going through. That's what I get from this album. So and I'm sick right now, so don't take this as I'm about to cry and shit. This means so much to me. Let me get into my best songs. She Wants to Move, Fly or Die, and Maybe. Worst song, probably Backseat Love. Best line, shit. I really like the intro verse on Jump when he's like, hey mom, it's me mom. Yes, I get enough to eat mom. Mom, could you listen to me? No, I don't mess with guns. Yes, in my travels I have seen one. No, being around the way is no fun, but house rules show we're not fun. Son told me to jump. That's probably my favorite line, just because I was raised by a single mother, only child, and you always get, did you eat? Are you okay? Is everything? Like, you always get that energy from your mom, which is loving and annoying at the same time. So that line always stands out to me. But let's wrap this shit up though. In closing, Fly or Die is, like I said, my favorite n.e.r.d album. Seeing Sounds is right there, and In Search Of is under that as third. But this album is just crazy. Like, from start to finish, I think it's a great sophomore album. I think they beat the sophomore slump. I think every song on here is a banger and has meaning, and the production is amazing. It's Neptunes. And I'm still on the search for the vinyl. Like, if anybody can link me to a vinyl store or something, I look online, they like overly expensive, or like I just need like a good Fly or Die vinyl. And yeah, so let me know that as well. But this album just means so much to me, man. As you can see, just like I said before, just being a teenager, growing up, listening to this album, feeling her, feeling seen. It's like a soundtrack to my teenage years, for real. And I wouldn't have it any other way. You let me know what some of your favorite songs on Fly or Die. Also, let me know, what do you rank Fly or Die in the n.e.r.d, n.e.r.d, discography. I know some people going to be in the comments angry, like, I know you didn't put Fly or Die before In Search Of. Funny story before I get out of here. I went to Complex Con about maybe 3-4 years ago when n.e.r.d was there, and they were premiering. We didn't know what they were going to do, actually. I went there just to see the performance, and they played the new album like a month and a half before it was released to the public. And I'm just sitting there talking with people older than me. I'm talking to people, teenagers younger than me. I'm just talking to all type of people who n.e.r.d fans, and we're fanning out, waiting to be let in. And I bonded with somebody because they said their favorite Nerd album was Fly or Die. Like, and just to hear, it's a cool fan base. Like, everybody's, oh, you like this song, but what do you like this song? Oh, like, it was just a dope experience that I could never forget. I got footage too. Maybe I'll put it at the end of this video or something, but just dope. That's it. As always, flowers for Nerd, Fly or Die, n.e.r.d, however you want to go about it. You deserve all these flowers, Fly or Die. And it's a shame, before I got out here, it's a shame that we don't even talk about. I scour YouTube too and look for reviews and all that shit. And it's a shame that we don't even like acknowledge n.e.r.d like that. It's crazy. Crazy. Music's too good to be that overlooked. And with that said, I'm Tatum. Peace.